And this Fox News alert, a major legal victory for NSA surveillance. Just moments ago, a federal judge ruling that the agency's collection of metadata, that telephone data, is indeed within the law, though that contradicts what happened 10 days ago when a different federal judge, this one sitting in Washington, D.C., said it is all likely unconstitutional. So there you have two federal judges disagreeing with each other. Not terribly unusual. We'll try to sort it out with our legal panel. Welcome to America's News Headquarters. I'm Greg Jarrett, in for Bill Hemmer.
And, Counselor, you pointed it out right away, the inconsistencies between those rulings. Definitely worth taking a look at. I'm Jamie Colby. I'm in for Allison Camerata today. And the judge also dismissing the case, which was brought by the ACLU, saying that there's no doubt that the NSA tracks information about virtually every telephone call in our country. Pointing out, though, that the 9/11 terror attacks were one example of the dangerous and also tragic costs of missing vital information. Doug McElway is live in Honolulu, where the president remains on vacation. And, Doug, this is a very big ruling. It will likely set up a showdown in the Supreme Court, wouldn't you think?
You know, it's really hard, Jamie, to see how that won't happen. We do have really polar opposite rulings here. In today's ruling, Judge William H. Pauley admitted that the NSA vacuums up information about virtually every single telephone call inside the United States, to the United States, and from the United States. But he went on to say in his ruling, and I'm quoting here, as the September 11th attacks demonstrate, the cost of missing such a thread can be horrific. Technology allowed al-Qaeda to operate decentralized and plot international terrorist attacks remotely. The bulky telephone metadata collection program represents the government's counterpunch, connecting fragmented and fleeting communications to reconstruct and eliminate al-Qaeda's terror network. The chairman of the House Homeland Security Subcommittee, Peter King, wrote this about today's ruling. He said in a statement of victory for the patriotic men and women of the NSA. More importantly, he said it preserves a vital weapon for the United States in our war against international terrorism. I would hope that Judge Pauley's opinion will lessen at least some of the adulation for Edward Snowden, as well as the rabid anti-NSA hysteria which has become so pervasive. But obviously, civil libertarians will find today's ruling a threat to freedom, to Americans' privacy, and to those Fourth Amendment protections against unlawful searches and seizures. Jamie?
You know, Doug, Greg and I, both as attorneys, have seen same fact pattern, different decisions, usually at different levels of the court. This is interesting, though, these two judges coming to such profoundly different conclusions.
Indeed, Jamie. Listen to what Judge Leon wrote in his December 16th ruling, which found the NSA metadata collection program to be unconstitutional. He said, quote, "I cannot imagine a more indiscriminate an arbitrary invasion than this systematic and high-tech collection and retention of personal data on virtually every single citizen for purposes of querying and analyzing it without prior judicial approval." And the plaintiff in that earlier suit, Larry Klayman, reacted this way after it was ruled unconstitutional by Judge Leon.
The breach of constitutional rights is so gross here. Never in the American history have we seen a police state, in effect, implemented by our government, where everything that we say, everything that we send by email, anything that we look at on social media is observed, surveyed, and used as a way to keep the American people down, to coerce us. Any judge who was following the law would have made this decision.
So you're right, Jamie. This is probably going to be heading to the Supreme Court. It will be an examination of Benjamin Franklin's immortal words in which he said, "Those who would give up essential liberty to purchase a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety." That is at the heart of this. That's what's going to be examined if it goes to the Supreme Court.
And
Jamie?
It's quite a balancing act. Doug, thank you so much. Live from Honolulu. Greg?